Tom tonight.
Where do you think the keys to? Okay.
Whatever it did, that was not, that was needed.
Yeah.
As my
Good evening. The meeting of the Tomball ISD Board of Trustees is called to order on December 9th, 2025 at 5:32 p.m. Central. For the record, a quorum of the board is present. All trustees are in attendance tonight as we gather here in the John P. Neubauer Central Administration Building in Tomball, Texas. The meeting is being recorded in accordance with Government Code Section 551.128. We would like to welcome those that are here in attendance tonight and those that are observing or viewing online. The Board of Trustees' role is to set goals, review reports, approve a budget, contracts, and personnel appointments, as well as establish policies for the district. It is the superintendent's role and responsibility to handle the day-to-day operations of the district. Policies and procedures are in place to address any concerns. This is a business meeting of the Board of Trustees that is open to the public. However, it is not a meeting of the public. Certainly, public participation is limited to designated times during the meeting for citizen comment for those that have registered to speak in accordance with our board procedures. We ask for your cooperation in ensuring that the meeting runs in an orderly manner, and thank you in advance. Board members have received items related to tonight's agenda and have had the opportunity in Monday night's workshop meeting, that was last night on December 8th, 2025, to meet to ask questions of the superintendent related to the agenda items that we will be voting on this evening. Items on the agenda for tonight's meeting may not be handled in the order of the agenda. Additionally, if the board determines at any point during the meeting that it needs to convene in an executive session, the board will do so in accordance with 551.071 through 551.084 of the Texas Government Code. And board, just kind of lead into that, we will have an executive session following our regular meeting here. It's my understanding that we do not have public comments on agenda items. No one has signed up.
That is correct.
Okay, as well as no public comments on non-agenda items.
Yes, sir, that is
Okay.
correct.
So I would now like to turn the meeting over for opening remarks, pledges, and our mission statement. At this time, opening remarks will be provided by Mrs. Tina Salem, followed by pledges by Mrs. Jennifer Kratke, and our mission statement by Mr. Coco White. Mrs. Salem.
For my opening comments, I'll be saying a prayer. If you'd like to participate, please stand and bow your heads. Dear Lord, thank you so much for today and this season, and we just thank you for sending your son to die, to be born a babe and to die on the cross for our sins, Lord, and just help us to reflect on that during this Christmas season, and just we ask you to lay your hands of blessing upon Tomball ISD and to give us wisdom and to guide us and to make wise decisions concerning our students and our staff and our families, Lord, and just we do this in your holy name. Amen.
Mission statement. Tomball ISD empowers students to become impactful, contributing citizens by providing innovative, individually rigorous, and personally valuable educational experiences while partnering with the community.
Mrs. Salem, Ms. Kratke, Mr. White, thank you very much. Okay, so board, we're going to get right to it. Our first action will be to reorganize the Board of Trustees. We will now proceed with the reorganization of the board. The election of officers for the 2025-2026 Tomball ISD Board of Trustees shall begin.
Mr. President.
Just a second, Mr. McStravick,
Okay.
if I may. In accordance with the Texas Education Code, Section 11.061C and Board Policy BDAA Local, nominations shall be accepted for the positions of President, Vice President, Secretary, and Assistant Secretary. The offices will be elected in that order, okay? So board will go President, Vice President, Secretary, and then Assistant Secretary. The offices will be elected in that order as I just described. I will serve as the presiding officer until a new president is elected. At that time, the new president will preside over the election of the remaining positions. Once each office is announced and the floor is open for nominations, any board member may certainly place a nomination forward. No second is required. After determining that no further names are to be placed in nomination, the presiding officer will declare the nominations closed. Each nominee will be voted upon in the order the names were placed in nomination. All those in favor will be asked to signify by raising their hand. If a majority of those present and voting is achieved, no further votes for the office shall be taken. If no majority is achieved, the next name placed in nomination shall be voted upon, and so on until the office is filled. Before we begin, I just want to double check. Are there any questions regarding our procedures? Okay. Hearing none. The floor is now open for office of President of the Board of Trustees. Are there any nominations?
Mr. President. I would nominate Mark Lewandowski for President.
Are there any other nominations? Hearing none, the nominations are closed. All those in favor of Mr. Mark Lewandowski, please signify by raising your hand. Motion carries unanimously. Mr. Mark Lewandowski, you are now elected Board President of the Tomball Independent School District Board of Trustees. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Pratt.
It's not a very far distance.
It's a good way to swap out.
There
Look
you
at
go.
that example of peaceful transfer of power.
Seemed very peaceful there.
So before we go farther, I'd just like to extend my thanks to Dr. Pratt for his exceptional leadership and dedicated service as board president over the past year. I think, Michael, your vision and unwavering commitment have not only strengthened the district, but also have helped us in getting actually you've inspired us, let me put it that way, those that work beside you. And just want to thank you for leading with integrity, with care and excellence, always thinking about our students, always thinking about the district and doing what's right, and helped advance our mission. And also for the future of Tomball ISD and for the future of public education. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'd just like to add, I appreciate the confidence of my fellow board members. It has been a year. And what I have loved is the fact that certainly Jennifer, Coco, Amanda, you guys came in. You have been sponges. You have just consumed, read, asked all the right questions. Frankly, it's been a privilege and a pleasure to be able to help where I can in guiding you guys in onboarding, and certainly, Tina, John, Mark, I've enjoyed working with you as well, and I'm appreciative of the opportunity. And so, Dr. Z, as I shared with you, it has been my best time as president. Certainly, our time together when I was board president during COVID was our most challenging. And I'm so thankful that we have not had a repeat of what that experience was. And it's been a pleasure this year. And I commend you and your team for enabling us to be successful and guide the district where it needs to head. So thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you, board.
All right, we will proceed. The floor is now open for the office of Vice President of the Board of Trustees. And are there any nominations?
Mr. President, I nominate John McStravick.
John McStravick has been nominated for Vice President. Are there any other nominations? Hearing none, the nominations are closed. All in favor of John McStravick becoming Vice President, please signify by raising your hand. Motion carries unanimously.
Congratulations, John.
Congratulations, Sean. The floor is now open for the office of Secretary of the Board of Trustees. Are there any nominations?
Mr. President, I nominate Dr. Michael Pratt for Secretary.
Dr. Michael Pratt has been nominated. And are there any other nominations? Hearing none, the nominations are closed. All in favor of Dr. Pratt, please signify by raising your hand. Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Welcome to Secretary. Quick turnaround, wasn't
I'll do my
it? And last but not least, the floor is now open for the office of Assistant Secretary of the Board of Trustees. Do I have any nominations?
Mr. President, I nominate Amanda Bass.
Amanda Bass has been nominated for the position of Assistant Secretary. Are there any other nominations? Hearing none, nominations are closed. All in favor of Amanda Bass being Assistant Secretary, please signify by raising your hand. Motions carry unanimously. That concludes the election of officers. All right, moving forward. Let me check one thing here. All right, moving forward, we'll move on to the consent agenda. Do I have a motion regarding the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Tina? All right, we have a motion. Do any board members have any additional questions of the superintendent regarding the item? Open on the floor for discussion. Okay, a motion has been made and seconded to approve the consent agenda. All those in favor? Motion carries unanimously. We'll now proceed with the considered agenda. And item A, appoint 2 members of the Tomball ISD School Board to serve on the Audit Committee. We'll begin with the appointment of board members to the various board committees. As board president, I'll be making the appointments of specific board members for the membership of the committees. First, in Audit Committee, I would like to appoint Coco White and Dr. Michael Pratt. Are there any objections to the appointments? Hearing none, the appointments are accepted by acclamation. Item B, appoint 2 members of the Tomball ISD Board to serve on the Policy Committee. As Board President, I'd like to appoint Amanda Bass and John McStravick to the Policy Committee. Are there any objections? Hearing none, the appointments are accepted by acclamation. Item C, appoint 2 members of the Tomball ISD Board to serve on the Budget Committee. As Board President, I would like to appoint Coco White and John McStravick to the Budget Committee. Are there any objections to these appointments? Hearing none, appointments are accepted by acclamation. And item D, appoint 2 members to the Tomball ISD School Board to serve on the Advocacy Committee. As Board President, I'd like to appoint Amanda Bass and Jennifer Kratke to the Advocacy Committee. Are there any objections to these appointments? Hearing none, the appointments are accepted by acclamation. All right, moving on to item E. Approve the 2026 local calendar for purposes of Texas Public Information Act. Do I have a motion?
Second.
Do any board members have any additional questions of the superintendent regarding this item before I open up the floor for discussion? Is there any discussion? Okay, a motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor? Motion carries unanimously. Item F, approve a 4-year contract with Transfer VR for Transfer Trek Career Exploration in the amount of $114,500 using strategic plan funds. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. McStravick, seconded by Ms. Salem. Do any board members have any additional questions of the superintendent regarding this item before I open it up for board discussion?
Martha, just real quick, now, is that going to be at the junior high level? Or,
Yes, sir.
okay, and the funds here that we're paying for will provide a license at all junior highs?
Yes, sir.
We're not piloting this or
No.
anything? Okay.
All right. If there's no other discussion there, is there any discussion for the board, by the board? Okay, a motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor? Motion carries unanimously. Item G, approve Clear Hope contract addendum to extend the term of the current contract from January 1st, 2026 to December 31st, 2028 in the amount of $400,000 for Tier 3 supplemental counseling using the Tomball Regional Health Foundation grant. Do I have a motion?
Second.
Got it.
We're racing down here.
I'd like to say, before we get into discussion, that, it's a great thing that Tomball Regional Health Foundation has provided this grant for us, and that they're just giving that to us. It's anything that you would like to say as far as?
Just very grateful for the foundation to continue to fund this and others over the years, and very thankful for the board for accepting this grant opportunity.
All right, let's move on. We do have a motion and a second. Any board members have any additional questions or comments to the superintendent regarding this item? Any discussion by the board, for the board? Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor? Motion carries unanimously. Item H, approve the purchase of furniture and equipment for Tomball West High School from School Specialty in the amount of $5,914,586.67, utilizing Omnia Partners Contract R230305 with a not-to-exceed furniture budget of $6 million using Bond 2021 funds. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Mrs. Bass, second by Mrs. Salem. Do I have any members that have additional questions of the superintendent regarding this item before we open it up to the floor for discussion? Any additional discussion?
Well, I can't wait to see all the new furniture in the school. It's going to look amazing.
Agreed. All right, motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor? Motion carries unanimously. Item I, approve a budget increase of $50,000 for the completion of sidewalks at the Early Excellence Academy, increasing the budget from $149,685.88 to $199,685.88 using Bond 2021 funds. I hope this is the last forced increase on this.
I believe it is. I do like the commentary from our discussion last night. Let's make sure to all walk it multiple times. It has been a very
We need to get our money's
expensive,
worth out of that.
very expensive sidewalk. But yes, I believe we're there.
No more changes.
No more changes.
Good.
Is it going to have
Hey,
gold
Mark.
flecks in it?
No, but it should.
Hey, Martha,
sir.
this was a requirement from the
This
city of
is a
Tomball, correct?
requirement, yes.
That's
And I
correct.
I do want to add, I've said this a number of times because this has been brought up a number of times. I am very grateful to the city because this was something that they had requested before we opened the school, but there were things that they were working on, that we were working on and working through. And we had made the promise that we would do this. And so here we are. It is an expectation, not just of the school district, but of any entity that makes, I believe, a major renovation or is a new addition. So they're not picking on the school district. It's just this one has required a little more than we had expected. But we are glad we are there. It will be a lovely, expensive sidewalk.
All right, thank you.
All right. We've talked a little bit. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Motion made by Mr. McStravick, seconded by Mr. White. Any further discussion? We do appreciate the city allowing us to get open without having the sidewalks and allowing us to do the things that we've been able to do. So that
Yeah, very much so.
we do thank them for that.
Yeah, we are appreciative of that.
Any board members have any additional questions of the superintendent? Any other discussion? A motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Reluctantly.
Motion carries unanimously. Item J, approve the purchase of security cameras for Tomball West High School from Preferred Technologies LLC in the amount of $578,392.50, including a contingency budget of $75,442.50, utilizing Purchasing Cooperative DIR CPO 4742 using Bond 2021 funds. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion was made by Mr. McStravick, seconded by Mrs. Bass. Any board members have any additional questions of the superintendent regarding this item before we open it up for discussion?
Hey, Martha, real quick, on the contingency portion, I believe the bid was actually that 578.
Yes, sir.
So the contingency portion is on top of that.
Correct.
So what we would be approving here is closer to 650.
If we
or
needed
excuse
to
me.
utilize the
Yeah, 650
contingency
if we
amounts.
did have to utilize it, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just want to make sure I had my numbers right.
Yes, sir.
But hopefully we won't need the contingency. But
Absolutely.
as we get into that new building, we'll see. Got it.
Yeah, that's an interesting contingency figure amount,
It is.
down to the cent.
I agree with you.
All right. Any other discussion? All right, there's been a motion made and seconded. All of those in favor? Motion carries unanimously. Item K, approve the selection of Arcadis as the architectural firm for security vestibule additions at various campuses and authorize the CFO to finalize contract negotiations using Bond 2021 funds. Do I have a motion? Motion made by Mrs. Crackey, seconded by Mr. White. Do any board members have any additional questions of the superintendent before we go into discussion?
Yes, I wanted to note, for the benefit of the audience, the campuses that are included in that in our notes are Canyon Point Elementary, Rose Hill Elementary, Tomball Elementary, Wildwood Elementary, Willow Creek Elementary, Connections Academy, and Tomball High School, because this is an item I have been asked about by teachers. And so my understanding is, I wanted to confirm with you, Dr. Z, is it's bringing those campuses that I listed up to the standards that the other campuses already are at.
Correct. And some of those that you've mentioned have a vestibule-like, but we're making it, as you mentioned, to the standard so that everyone is a little more uniform. But thank you for that.
Is there any further discussion? All right, a motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor? Okay. Motion carries unanimously. Item L, approve PBK Architects architectural fee of 6.25% for the new multi-program activity center at Tomball High School with total cost of $1,125,000 based on an estimated $18 million construction budget using Bond 2025 funds. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Mrs. Salem, seconded by Mr. McStravick. Do any board members have any additional questions of the superintendent regarding this item? And I guess before we start, I guess we will see two more similar budget items coming up. So
Yes, sir. L, M, and N are similar with the exception, as I mentioned last night in our discussion, L is a higher architectural fee of 6.25 versus the 4.5 because that is a prototype of the impacts, and then the other two will look just like that. So of course, we're paying for the difference is the design fee.
And Martha, we have the schedule that we discussed last night that Zach presented.
Yes, sir.
And that's going to show when these, roughly, when
Roughly.
these different impacts will be built on each of the 3 high school campuses, right?
Yes, sir. And we know that we will start in the order of Tomball High School, followed by Tomball Memorial, and then Tomball West. And I appreciate the board's discussion. You know, we've talked about this, the importance of timeliness, and a little bit of gentle prodding to see if we could get these done sooner, which is something we'd love to do and do plan to do. It's just wanting to make sure that we have the bandwidth for all of the multiple projects that we have going on at the same time. So we're very excited.
And kind of along those same lines, Martha, I think that there had been some discussion about possibly making sure we snipped out Zach's construction update and place that on the website.
Yes.
Underneath the construction. We're going to be able to do
Got
that.
the thumbs up from our comms team back there, mighty number 1, Allison Suarez.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Martha, I have just a couple of asks. I know I'm on my way out, but a couple of asks on, I know John mentioned last night the aesthetics, which I think that's important. but-
Absolutely.
And I know building costs have gone up,
Sure.
but it's still all about the students. And so I would rather sacrifice a little bit of aesthetics to get a bigger building, to have more space for our kids, or, you know, try to figure out, I know we're in a budget, but, and thank goodness building costs are starting to come down a little bit, but to see if we can do a little bit bigger building like what we had talked about in the 2021 bond, just to make it so more students can have accessibility at the same time to those spaces. And
So we've had, that's a great point, and, you know, behind the scenes, of course, you're aware, you hear me talk about things from time to time, but we don't as a body whole discuss the frequency. We just had an architectural meeting today to talk about the schematic design of our new TIS. It is incredible. I'll go ahead and add that. You'll be seeing that schematic design in January, I believe. But to the impacts, you know, I want you to know that whichever architectural firm we work with, there are multiple meetings, and we talk about what I'm all about aesthetics. Anyone who's worked with me knows that. But it's always, how can we get something to look as nice as we want it to look at a lower price? We just talked about that today on stone. This is a stone that looks like stone. This is a real stone. What color? What this or that? When it comes to the impact, we do have to stay within the budget. They will be air conditioned. That comes at a cost, but that's what we told our community. But also, we are looking at ways with our athletic director, with our coordinators, with our campus leadership, multiple people at the table, including, remember, fine arts, because that's a big part of that. What does the band need?
Yeah.
And what do my coaches need? What do we all need for the students? So all that to say, we are looking at that to get it as large as we can. That is a big part of the conversation. And it's not only the width, like how long is it, but it's also the height. I've learned a lot about impacts. How high does it have to be, and what does that look like? And when it's rounded, it costs more, and how can we make that not as
Got
expensive?
tennis.
A lot of different moving parts, but yes, just to know that we are working with the experts in this area and feel confident that they will be beautiful, and they will be very, very effective and efficient, and a beautiful addition to our fine arts and our athletics programs and any other group that has a need to be in an indoor facility. We really are somewhat trendsetters in our area. You see a lot of this in other areas, Dallas and other parts of Texas. This started, as you know, with the concern about the extreme heat that we have every single summer, and my worry about not just our kids, but our staff being out there in that extreme heat.
I'm excited.
That was a
to
very
see
long
them.
answer to yes.
I just want it to be
Yes.
as big as we can possibly get it for the benefit of our kiddos.
I agree.
So,
Thank you.
thanks.
All right, any further discussion? Motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries unanimously. Item M, approve PBK Architects architectural fee of 4.5% for the new multi-program activity center at Tomball Memorial High School with total cost of $810,000 based on an estimated $18 million construction budget using bond 2025 funds. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Okay, second by Mr. White, and that was,
Game.
again, your night. All right, do I have any additional discussion, board members, to the superintendent for any questions or comments? Do I have any discussion for the board by the board? All right, motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries unanimously. Item N, approve PBK Architects architectural fee of 4.5% for the new multi-program activity center at Tomball West High School with total cost of $810,000 based on an estimated $18 million construction budget using bond 2025 funds. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All right, motion made by Mr. White, seconded by Mrs. Salem. Do any board members have any additional questions or comments to the superintendent or further discussion? Okay, hearing none, a motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor, please raise your hand. Motion carries unanimously. Item O, approve the purchase of 30 standard transportation buses and 10 special education transportation buses from Longhorn Bus Sales utilizing Purchasing Cooperative Buy Board 722-23 in the amount of $6,504,800 using bond 2025 funds. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All right, I'm going to go with Ms. Salem and you second. All right, any questions of the superintendent?
I want to thank Ms. Dillman for her summary that she put together on this. It was very helpful to summarize the large amount of information and all the different components that went into the decision, so thank you for that. One thing that jumped out at me was the difference in this company is their buses have 3 air conditioning compressors instead of 2, and so that made me think of the problems we've been having there. It sounds like more things to break down. So I just wanted to, if there's any comment on if that's just the way all the buses are made now, or a difference between the companies, or my worry is that we'll have to replace more compressors and have more that are not working if there's 3 per bus instead of 2.
Let's have you come up to the mic just for the recording purposes. I'm
While she
sorry.
comes up,
Sandy.
I'm optimistic
I
that
have
3
no
is better
idea.
than 2, so that will move the air more, but I don't know the technical answer. Yeah.
So they're all pretty much built now with 3. You can still order them with 2, but everybody orders them with 3. So that's why we did with the 3. They are under warranty for 5 years, which is good, because if they do go out, at least it doesn't cost anything to repair. But thank you.
Thank you
Hey,
so
Sandy,
much.
do you actually maintain some technical expertise on staff that can do the repair, or do we have a service provider after the warranty period that will lean on to have a spare compressor or have the parts, of which then turnaround time maybe? Like, do you have staff or do you rely on others?
Oh, yes, sir, our staff does. They do all the repairs.
Okay, so you have an
Now, on the
in-house.
warranty work, you probably have to send it in.
Yeah.
But after warranty,
after
our
warranty-
staff, they recharge. We have a system, machine that
Okay.
sucks all the stuff
Yeah.
out and puts it all back
So you
in.
have certified staff that do
Yes,
that
sir.
activity? Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Sorry, well, so it seems like with this timeline, we're going to start getting some new buses by the time school starts next fall?
So once you say yes, I'm going to text, it's done, and they will be ordered tomorrow morning. So 8 to 10 months from tomorrow morning. And just so you know, just an update on the last order we just did, we have 4 of those buses that weren't scheduled for delivery until January, February. 4 have been delivered, 10 more are on their site here in Houston, and are having cameras installed right now. So
Awesome.
we should have 14 buses here by the time we come back from winter break to be on the road.
So I just want to hear that next August, September, we will have less issues with air conditioning on the buses.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Sandy, while you're up there, I will take this point of privilege to say, since this board has approved the $25 increase, we have, I believe, 82 applicants since that moment. Is that correct?
Gosh, probably more.
Okay, more than 82 applicants. That was last count.
Saturday they interviewed, I think.
The Palooza, the bus Palooza, very exciting that we even were able to hold one and have that many people interested. So thank you again. I just want the board to know
We're down
it's
to
made a
5.
huge difference.
5 vacancies.
It has not made me a popular superintendent in our area, but thank you very much.
Okay.
Well, we love you.
Thank you.
Martha, I have a quick question about, with all these new buses that we're providing, will it allow us to phase out some of the older buses that we use as activity?
As we continue to purchase new, that is the plan. I mean, we run them as long as we need to, but yes,
I know
ma'am.
some of them are
That's
in
the plan.
rough shape, so it'll be great that we can
Gently used, for sure.
phase those out.
Yes. I assume there's no further discussion. In that case, a motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries unanimously.
Text.
Get them on order.
Just texting.
Item P, approve the selection of VLK Architects as the architectural firm for the installation of artificial turf and other athletic facility improvements, and authorize the CFO to finalize contract negotiations using Bond 2025 funds. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Oh, second.
All right, we're going to give it to Tina?
No,
Oh,
Amanda.
Amanda, okay. Amanda, and seconded by Mr. McStravick. Do we have any discussion? All right, a motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor? Motion carries unanimously. We're going to go through almost the whole alphabet, aren't we? Item Q, approve the purchase of a parcel of land consisting of approximately 5.2503 acres located near Shaw Road in Harris County, Texas, to be used for district facilities and related purposes, and authorize the superintendent or their designee to negotiate and execute a final sale and purchase agreement with a purchase price of approximately $2,172,679, as well as any related necessary amendments, closing documents, and other post-closing documents using Bond 2025 funds. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. McStravick, second by Mrs. Salem. Any discussion? I think, Dr. Z, you may want to talk about how this is also related to the next item a little bit.
Yes, so Q and R are complementary items. One, they are in the same area, and the idea is, of course, is to be able to purchase both of these for a future site, for a future campus site.
All right, we do have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor? Motion carries unanimously. Item R, approve the purchase of a parcel of land consisting of approximately 2.2379 acres located near Shaw Road in Harris County, Texas, to be used for district facilities and related purposes, and authorize the superintendent or her designee to negotiate and execute a final sale and purchase agreement with a purchase price of approximately $926,087.80, as well as any related necessary amendments, closing documents, and other post-closing documents using Bond 2025 funds. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Motion made by Mrs. Salem, second by Mr. White. Any discussion? Hearing none, motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor? Motion carries unanimously. Item S, approve the purchase of employee timekeeping system from UKG in the amount of $351,945, utilizing Purchasing Cooperative Omnia Partners 24-6833, using Bond 2021 and general funds. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
A motion made by Mr. McStravick, second by Mrs. Bass. Any board members have any questions of the superintendent? Or any discussion? This will be a timekeeping system that consolidates what we have now, updates everything, and allows our employees to just use their badge to scan in rather than
Correct.
having to find a PC.
Exactly. So there's a lot of time savings there that versus having to log in to do that. You just have your badge, swipe, it's recorded.
And
I'll
this
note
is-
for the benefit of the audience that this, like I mentioned last night, seems like a lot of money, but from our notes, it's 85, I don't know what you call them, clocks, or places where employees can badge in to cover the whole district, including ancillary, locations, transportation, that we have to have 85 scan-in spots or physical equipment there. So that will be very helpful for the employees.
This is Cronus?
Is it? It is Cronus. Okay.
Yeah, we use that at our facility. It works well. All right, any further discussion? Motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor? Motion carries unanimously. Item T, approve new Tomball ISD High School attendance boundaries effective for the 2026-2027 school year as recommended by administration. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Is that Mrs. Salem? Motion was made by Mr. McStravick, seconded by Mrs. Salem. Any discussion?
Martha, I'll just confirm again what I confirmed last night. There's no changes to the recommendations that on today, there's no changes to these based on what the recommendation was out of the rezoning 3 years ago.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. My mic was not on. Yes, sir, that is correct.
So we are just now officially approving what we had already acquiesced to
Yes, sir.
3 years ago.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any further discussion or comment? Hearing none, motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor? Motion carries unanimously. Item U, it is recommended that the Board of Education render a finding under Texas Administrative Code Section 249.14G that good cause did exist as required by Texas Education Code Sections 21.104C, 21.160C, or 21.210C for the following educator: Kaylee Brown.
I believe you meant to say
Go ahead.
did not.
Good cause did
Not.
not exist.
Good cause did not exist, sorry.
Sorry.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Mrs. Salem, seconded by Mr. McStravick. Are there any board members that have comment or question of the superintendent or any other further discussion? Hearing none, motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor? Motion carries unanimously. Item V. So this is a tough one to do, but life goes on. Item V, accept the resignation of Board Trustee Tina Salem. Do I have a motion?
You have to make a motion for this, huh?
We have to make a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All right, I have a motion by Mr. McStravick, seconded by Mrs. Bass. Any discussion? I would just like
Tina,
to...
as we talked last evening and as we've talked over the course of the last month or so, we will miss you. Your comments last night really encapsulated your passion. You're a Tomball treasure. I'm going to keep saying that. Tina is a Tomball treasure. All of kind of the T's there.
Alliteration.
And we wish you nothing but the best. You have all of our phone numbers. I'm confident that we will
You may
stay
wanna
in
change
touch. And all the best to you, to Todd, your family, and this next chapter. We will miss you, and it's been a pleasure serving with you.
Thank you, Michael.
Yeah, we had an opportunity last night. Ditto everything last night, ditto what Michael just said, so.
Thank you, John.
We will miss you, and we appreciate all that you've done and how you've made this board better. And, things happen for a reason, and it's a mighty good reason.
Yeah.
So enjoy it and be happy
Thank
as
you,
you
Mark.
move forward with your next step in your life. All right. Any other comments? No other comments? Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor? Motion carries unanimously.
You're free.
Free at last, free at last. I don't like-
All right, just to keep moving, at this time, the Board of Trustees will now convene in a closed meeting for the purpose of authorized by the Texas Open Meetings Act, including but not limited to the following sections and purposes. Texas Government Code 551.071, consultation with Board Attorney regarding all matters as authorized by law. Item B, Texas Government Code 551072, deliberation regarding purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real property. Item C, Texas Government Code 551.074, deliberation regarding appointment, employment, evaluation, reassignment, duties, discipline, or dismissal of a public officer or employee. Item D, Texas Government Code 551.076, deliberation regarding security personnel or devices. No voting will take place in the closed meeting. Any action the board wishes to take as a result of discussions in closed session will take place after the board reconvenes in the open meeting.
Mr. President, before you recess, I believe there's at least one trustee that wanted to make some comments while there were still some people in the audience.
Very well.
I just wanted to say thank you again to everyone. It has been truly an honor to serve this district for 24 years. And Tomball will always be home. It's where we raised our babies, and we will miss everyone. So thank you.
Okay, it's now 6:32? 6:22. And we will now convene, we'll break up and pick up. The board will now reconvene in open meeting. The time is 8:21. And at this time, before we go into board comments, I'd just like to, we've reorganized the board. Is anyone interested in doing musical chairs other than Michael and I? John, I know, is happy where he is, but
Yeah, maybe I'll move in one.
Yeah, you want to?
Maybe so.
you can
Yeah.
move. Now's the time to do it. If you,
Oh, move, get up and move.
Oh, I
Like
mean-
right now. We're all waiting. Oh, I thought you meant like in the future. Okay,
I did too, but whatever.
there you go.
everyone else is comfortable where they are. Good. All right, good. All right, so with that being resolved, and I guess you'll take care of moving all the name stuff?
Yes.
Okay, great. So I'm opening up to board comments. Does anyone have anything to say other than let's get on with the motion?
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everyone.
I'll invite all the other members of the board to Tomball High School Orchestra concert this Thursday night, which my daughter will be playing in. If you've never been to that concert, it's very, very special. The violinists actually stroll through the aisles as they play, picture songs. So it's
That sounds special.
very special and very impressive and very popular. So if you want to come early. You would have to ask that. I think 6:30, but I'll check.
All right, no further board comments. I'll open it up to a motion for adjournment.
Second.
Motion made by Coco White and seconded by Mr. McStravick. All in favor? Motion carries unanimously.